Hey guys, it's Brittany from Coffee Planner Mom, and I'm here today to do a very different video from what I normally do. This is going to be a meal planning video, so not a meal prepping video, meal planning. So I've got a bunch of planners out, I've got my iPad. So I'm going to basically just walk you through what I do and how I think things through to do my grocery shopping. So I have my recipe planner, which I'm just going to scoot out of the way. I have my iPad, which is basically another recipe planner. I have my on-the-go planner and my regular planner. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to, here we go. Oh, I need to scoot that over, oh well, whatever. So I've come over here to my monthly spread, and I started to do this on my own, and then I was like, hey, let me do this as a video. In my on-the-go planner, I have half-sheet note pages. So I take out 2 of them, and now I don't need this for a while. Then I need to sit down and count out how many dinners it is that we need. So today when I'm filming, I have no idea when this is going to go up. This was completely unscheduled, unprompted. So it might not go up this week, it might go up next week, or it might go up in March. I have no idea, but today is February 17th. So I need to plan out how many dinners I need. So I look at when I'm going to be doing grocery shopping again, and it'll end up being this weekend at some point. No clue when it would be. So we count it out. So we've got 1, 2. All right. So to kind of push it, we're going to count out 12 dinners because that's what I already counted out. So I write it down on here at the top of one of the pages. So that's 12 dinners that we need. And then to kind of get an idea, I try to figure out how many crock pot meals I should aim for. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, we typically have things for the kids after school, like in the evening. So that's at least 4 crock pot meals that I'm going to want to account for. And then the other days, it can be whatever. So like we can do more crock pot meals than that, or we can do whatever we want. So it's just something that I try to keep in mind. And now I move this out of the way. So we have the 2 lists. Now, this one is actually going to be the actual list of dinners that we put on a magnet and lives on the fridge. And then as we cook the meals, we're supposed to, don't always remember, but we're supposed to put a check mark next to them so that we know what has already been cooked and what we have left. So we're going to come over here into my recipe planner and just go immediately to the slow cooker. And what we're going to do is, this one is at the very front. This is one of the things I love. You can take the pages out, and because this is one that we do all the time, we have moved it to the very front of this section. So we're going to go ahead and put this down. So it's going to be the very first one. And then what I do is I make sure that I know what our crock pot meals are, because they're not always gathered up at the top. Sometimes they'll be further down. So we come over here and put CP for crock pot. Then this is the actual shopping list. So this gets put back into my on-the-go planner so that I know, I take it with me so I know what we need. So I'm definitely going to need chicken. And then what I do, because I buy like the big bulk packs that have like 6 chicken breasts in them, and then we come home and we put them in their own freezer bags, like 2 to 3 per bag, depending on what fits. So I try to keep track of how many dinners I'm making. So I do tally marks, and I try to plan for like 2 to 3 per. So let's see, we are going to need butter, generally speaking. So I am going to go ahead and put that on the list. And we have garlic. We will need a can of cream of chicken. We don't need chicken broth. I bought a massive amount of boxes of chicken broth. So we're actually okay on that. We need cream cheese, and I will know that this is just a block of cream cheese. And then we need our chipotle peppers. So that's what we have so far. I only put down the ingredients that I know we need to buy. So some things might end up getting put on this list that I don't actually need because I am in my office, my craft room, whatever you want to call it, filming, and not upstairs. So something else that's very easy for us to account for, and this one I'm actually not going to put the ingredients down other than the chicken, just because we basically always have it. It's teriyaki sauce and ranch dressing. So we almost always have those. So now it's a second package of chicken. Trying to stay away from this because it uses biscuit. Oh, sorry. Kind of forgot that you couldn't see. So yeah, the teriyaki ranch, Anyway, the chicken and dumplings I'm not putting down as one of our planned meals just because that's something that I cannot eat because it has biscuits. And that's all that I have in here. It's not the only crock pot meals in here. It's just the only ones that are in there apparently. So coming over here to family favorites, I just kind of flip through and see if there's anything that is catching my eye that I want to do as a meal. So under family favorites, there's not really many meals. Oh, there's the bacon Swiss quiche. That one is a good one. Just don't know if I want to make that. So I'll think about it. Not doing Alfredo because I can't eat that, or chicken pot pie. Oh man, chicken pot pie is really good. And I actually think that I have the can of veggies all ready for chicken pot pie. I'm not supposed to eat it, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and put it down as one of the dinners because it's just really good. So, and this is something that we need to remember. I feel like I shouldn't do this one. I don't know, actually. Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna immediately come over here to our healthy fare, and I'll debate the chicken pot pie. So chicken and basil cream, this is one that is another staple, but we don't always have what we need for it. Now I'm going to just put a little question mark by the chicken pot pie. All right, so milk is something that we always have. Breadcrumbs, I know we have that. Put the chicken down. I have butter down. I know we have the chicken broth, pepper, heavy whipping cream. I think we're okay on that. I buy a lot of that too. You know, I am just gonna put it down just so that, because if I don't need it, I'll just cross it off. Heavy whipping cream. And this is actually an instance where I need to keep track of how many dinners I'm using it for. Ooh, they don't have pimentos. Oh, but I have a jar of pimentos already, so I don't need that. And then here's something else. Anytime that I have produce, I actually put it down here because if I have it up here, it gets kind of like mixed in with everything. And I will end up going and grabbing some of the stuff and then heading to the middle of the store, coming across another produce that got listed here and having to go back to this side of the store. So I keep track of all of that here. And then I know we're supposed to have the stuff for tacos still, but we don't have the produce that we need. So I'm going to put that down. I know that there's more and I just can't remember. So I'm going to set that to the side. The sofrito cream is another one that we always do. So I'm going to put that down. All of the recipes that you see in this recipe planner, there is a plan with me for it in my recipe playlist. So just in case you are wanting that. I'm also going to put Parmesan. because we use fresh Parmesan for everything. So, gosh, what was the other thing? I don't know what the other thing was. Oh, I think it was cilantro, because we actually still have the stuff for enchilada soup. But we just need the white onion and the cilantro for that, and that is the crock pot meal. All right, so see, we're already up to 3 crock pot meals. So that is good. Now I just need to make sure that we have all of this. So I only have 3 chickens marked off. So we needed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know we have the chicken for that one though, because I bought the cilantro and it just went bad. So I know even though we have that many, like 6 over here, the chicken pot pie I'm unsure about. So yes. Another one that needs heavy whipping cream. And yeah, that's basically it. Oh, I'll put sofrito down, but I know that I have to go to a very specific store for that. Ooh, the cordon bleu. I don't know if I want to do cordon bleu. Oh, and the garlic Tuscan chicken is really good too. Black bean soup isn't too bad. And then here's the enchilada soup. So this one's going to be the latest recipe spread. This one actually is not very good without cilantro lime rice, and I can't eat rice, so I can't do that one. Almost forgot. Like I said, I know that we have all the stuff we need for tacos. So what do we have? So we have 7, but like a question mark next to the chicken pot pie. So technically we have 6 right now. I'm just under miscellaneous. Oh, this is where I keep my like my side dishes. Ah, yeah, the pie crust. I feel like I should move that up to family favorites. All right, so here is what we're going to do. We're going to move this out of the way. And then I have this is where I go for my recipes. So the 2 that I use the most are the crock pot and the low carb. So I'm going to come over here and see if there's anything that I can pull out. We tried the slow cooker Hawaiian chicken. It did not come out all that great. Let's see, anything that we want to try that we haven't done. Oh, you know what? Actually, here's a dinner that we can do. We can do burritos. I love burritos. So we're going to need chicken, tortillas, sour cream. We're going to need bags of cheese. And this is where I just list all of them so that like they're on one line. So our store calls it the Mexican blend. Definitely need cheddar too. So that's good for that. The reason why I thought of that is because like I saw something over here. Oh, you know what? Why didn't I find it? Somewhere in here, and now this is gonna bother me, I am missing a dish. And now I'm just kind of curious, like, is it missing? Yeah, so here's chicken franchise. That's not, oh, fajitas. This one is really good. Oh, I didn't go through the main dishes apparently. Okay, so the fajita stuffed chicken is really good, but it is apparently very intense. So we're not going to do that. But I am going to put down the mustard lime because it's really, really yummy. So that's another thing of chicken. And we have honey, we have mustard, and then I have limes down here. So that is good. And that was it under the main dishes. We don't have anything under quick and easy. Like, yeah. Don't need desserts. Okay. I think now we are done in the recipe book. All right. I just saw and clicked into a slow cooker chicken pot pie. So I think maybe we will try that. So labeling it with crock pot. We did not account for it, so we need a package of chicken for it. And then coming over here, it says that we're going to need Potatoes, so I'll have to pick those out. Carrots. All right, so what I did, I just kind of went through everything that it was showing here and put down the things that I know we needed. So we already had 1 can of cream of chicken soup for a different recipe, and this one calls for 2 cans. So I just started doing tally marks over here. And then did I show you that I put crock pot over here? So now we have 4 crock pot dishes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 9 of the 12 dinners listed that I said we were going to do. Now, I apparently have lost my place over here, but that's okay. The website is kind of slow loading. I think that's it. So that was crock pot. So now we'll come over here under the low carb. And I think I'll probably end up using some of those other ones that I had said about. We basically focus very heavily on chicken for all of our dishes. I think that we said that we did not want to do the broccoli chicken anymore, but now I don't remember. So I'll have to talk to my husband when he gets off the phone, or I can wait 50 minutes until he's off work. Either works for me. I had a thought and now I lost it. So yeah, this is me in a nutshell though. Is that really it? There was just one other one for show more. Okay, that's cool. All right, so we're coming back over here under healthy fare. Something that I want to do, we had gotten the stuff that we need for hot dogs for them. I can't eat them. So I want to put that back on the menu. And the reason why I'm opening this back up is because I'm just going to go ahead and do, oh yeah, hold on. That's right, we need more beans and rice for the burrito. So I just won't add in the rice. Okay, for mine. So I think what we are going to do, I should have, hold on. All right, I just put like a little mark here. I just need 2 more dishes. And honestly, this could work. And I'm kind of wanting the black bean soup. And I know my one daughter absolutely loves it. But that would be a non-chicken dish. But I think what we'll do is we'll just go ahead with the cordon bleu, because it is yummy. So that's another thing of chicken. All right, so now we have all 12 of our dinners, all of the ingredients that I need in order to make them happen. We can close this. And then what I'm going to do next is I will go and I will just make sure, run this by my husband, make sure that these are good, he agrees, see if there's anything that he wants me to swap in or out, because sometimes he'll find recipes that he wants to try. And then other times, like, he basically does all of the cooking. I kind of help and do like some of the prep work, but he is like the chef in the house. So he will end up looking to see what his work schedule is like, and if it's going to be like a really busy week, he'll let me know, hey, we need to actually do more crock pot meals and less like heavy intensive meals that take a lot of effort just because of whatever reasonings, you know. So we'll run this by him, update the list, and then I'll check my pantry, see if there's anything else that we need. Like I know we're going to need cereals, including oatmeal for the kids, and then I'll write down however many boxes we need. Definitely need bread, milk, eggs, those sorts of things. And I'm actually going to put half and half right there. So yeah, see if we need peanut butter. I think we need some more chewy bars. How do you spell chewy? There we go. Chewy bars, fruit snacks. So, you know, just like kind of general snacks for the kids. Raisins. They love the yogurt covered ones. So yeah, just kind of like go through what I know we need and everything. But yeah, and then like I said, I will end up popping this one right in here. And then when I go to the grocery store later, I will just take this out. I sit it in the baby seat of the shopping cart and just go through checking off everything as I'm picking it up so that I can make sure that I get everything. And then this will end up living on the side of my fridge until 2 weeks from now when we are ready to do another grocery run. And then what I'll end up doing is, because there's a lot of space on here still, probably just using the bottom half and then flipping it over and using this half, and then yeah. So that is how I meal plan for my family. And then on a weekly basis, I sit down and fill in from this list into my actual weekly spread what it's going to look like. So there you have it. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already so that you don't miss out on any of my other videos. If you press the bell icon, it'll actually give you pop-up notifications so that you'll know as soon as my videos go live. And be sure to be following me over on Instagram. Over there, I'm at Coffee Planner Mom, and I will see you guys later.